business owners.
Business
All three of us own businesses.
Sure do.
So my question for the three of us would be, does it make sense to pay somebody to do your social media for you? Or does it make more sense to do it yourself? Restaurant Punk, what's up? Restaurant Punk.
Oh, I missed it again.
Do it.
I missed it again.
Say it.
Restaurant Punk. I see. I don't think you guys.
need the other energy.
Can you do restaurant
as
and
it
then punk
goes?
and then
Can we
just
do
go-
it again? Ready?
Yeah, ready?
2, 3.
Restaurant
Punk. Oh,
Punk.
now I
See, I get it
exaggerated
next
that
time.
one.
All right, next time.
We'll
We'll do it.
practice. We'll
Not
practice.
now, but
What's up, Louie?
life,
Welcome.
man.
What's going
I know,
on?
it's good to see
Welcome,
you
welcome.
guys.
Life?
It's nice
What have
to
you
see
been
you in
working
the
out?
pink cue.
Jeez, this is rad. I always see it on the interweb, but at a different view.
That's what the I'm talking about.
That logo is funny and awesome.
You liking that?
Thank
do.
you.
You think anybody's...
I got it custom made, and I was like, you know what?
It's rad.
Let me see if I can add a middle finger into it. And so I just wrote in the
honestly
notes.
the best.
Are you cool with that? I feel like some people might not be
for
cool
the
with that.
podcast?
I
Maybe
think
if you're
so.
even if you do like some whatever, a hat or something, boom, just the middle finger.
Oh yeah. Do we block out the middle finger ever on our videos?
I
I think I've seen we block it out a few for YouTube because we love YouTube. Love you, YouTube.
I hear everyone saying
YouTube
that
is our
I see.
bestie.
Yeah,
Definitely.
they're the only source of video I ever watch.
Definitely.
I can agree.
What do we got going on? You got a topic?
What do you
want to
got?
talk about something? You got something on your mind? I got something. You got something?
I
What
would
do we
love
got?
to hear it. I
What
would
you
love
got?
to hear it. I don't know. I mean, I would love to hear if my thing has something to do with your thing.
You want to see if your thing has something to do with my thing?
Yeah, let's see what you were gonna say.
Noah, what do you think?
I think.
I think Louie's our guest. I think you should bring something up. Did you
First of all, we had a little conversation. You had a topic, I think, right? So
He did have a topic.
I want to hear it.
But then again, he has a never-ending black hole pit of
I
topics.
love that.
Yes.
Right. I had my brain turned off to come here, so I am blank right now.
I love that.
I am
It's the
blank.
best way to approach it because we've had other people sit in and they got really nervous because they're like, I just didn't know what to anticipate sitting down, and that's the whole
No,
point.
you know what this
it's
is?
the whole point to catch
This
you
is
off guard.
talking with friends that I don't get to do. And
Because
everyone
we
can see
are
it.
business owners. We're business
we
owners.
are business
All three of us
owners.
own businesses.
Sure do.
So my question for the three of us would
Yes.
be, does it make sense to pay somebody to do your social media for you? Or does it make more sense to do it yourself? You're both laughing for a reason because you know what? We're all going to say it's better to do it ourselves. But then there are times where we're inconsistent. Our shit doesn't look good.
I will
And
say-
all the business owners that are watching, Louie, tell us your businesses. Tell the audience your businesses. Look at the camera and tell them what the you do.
Riptide, Paddles and Pedals. You like that one?
Well,
You
yeah,
do
where's
that
it at?
one.
Where's it at?
703 Seashore Road. It's a bike paddleboard shop, rental, retail, repair for everything. And
Everything. And
Riptide Ink Company. It's a struggle to have both, but yeah, that's a screen print design. Been doing that for a while now.
now, do you have social media?
That's where we're at.
That's where we're at?
This is where we're at. We were talking about social media and marketing, and should we pay someone? I think I posted maybe twice this summer.
Now, was the
Twice.
intention before you
Yes.
posted the first time? Were you like, I got to get in on this?
No, it
because I
was-
was a social media non-believer for many
It was like
years.
I've been prior to this year posting a good amount, but I went, let's do this. It's the season, and then I said, well, it's the end of the season. Maybe I should post again.
Precisely.
But I do have, because I'm a graphic design. I'm like a designer, so I can lay out my stuff, so it
you
does
are
look good.
an amazing designer,
Oh,
brother.
come on, you know.
I've watched him,
Stop.
over the years, especially
Yeah.
the Mercantile Taco.
He created my
That was
logo.
fun.
He created my t-shirts, and I'm pretty sure you have 2 of our bikes
Wait.
in your shop.
I did not do your logo. I'm not going to step on anyone's toes. I didn't do the logo.
No, I think that was a Max thing. Max, shout out to Max.
Yeah.
Yeah, Max did the logo.
Venturini events.
Oh yeah.
Let's calm
Venturini
down.
events,
Let's
my
calm
bad.
down. Yes.
thought we were
different
talking
businesses.
I'm a Louis
Oh,
business.
yeah,
Oh,
forgot.
shout out
I
Max.
forgot.
He actually crushed
Yeah.
our logos for
Oh, it
the
looks
brick and mortars.
so good.
But
Badass.
Looks so good.
Yeah.
Badass.
Yep, I agree.
So your intention was, I'm going to go on social media. I'm a business owner. I'm going to promote my business. As somebody that didn't believe in social media forever, shout out
Now?
to Emily, is somebody made me a believer. And once I saw results, I never saw the results. So I think it's like when we sit at our meetings, at our Cara Restaurant Group meetings, somebody brings up like, how about this dish? And then with these accoutrements and then with these sides, I'm like, that's great. Where is it? You're talking about it, but I need a result. I want to touch something. I want to taste something. I
Yeah.
want to feel something. I want to see what it looks like. So I know myself all too well. I got gung ho for social media, and then it just kind of disappeared after a week. So everything that you just said, I agree with, because if I was doing it, I'm out. Noelle, what do you got?
So
I think she's gonna say something different.
no, not necessarily. Like, because
Do you have social media for Petunia Prohibition?
I have social media for Petunia Prohibition. If you open up my Instagram, I have 4 different accounts open at all times, and I have to click through every single one of them every single day just to check if we've gotten a message or whatever. Which I just noticed that I think like 2 days ago you followed Petunia's. Thank you very much. But then it also,
No problem.
when I saw Yanni followed Petunia's, my heart sank because I had on Meta, on Facebook's Meta app or
Are we
whatever.
calling it Meta now?
I'm not.
I feel weird calling it Meta. Sorry
Well,
to cut
it's
you
like
off.
a completely
I don't
different
use
app,
Facebook,
right?
but oh.
Yeah, they have
Yeah.
a completely different app. So Meta, I can link my Instagram and my Facebook to this app.
Yes.
To where I can curate posts and I can get them scheduled, right? So I can put.
See, I know all that, but I don't want to do all that.
So hear me
What?
out.
I will
Hear
put the
me
work
out.
in, but that's just a lot.
We did a
I
photo
feel like
shoot.
it's a
It's
lot.
not.
It is.
But it's not.
But it
It's
is.
not. Trust me.
Come on. It's a lot.
It's a lot at the
It's
front
a lot
end.
when you're just doing like the weekly, oh shit, I have to post, and you're trying to put it
is.
together and you're trying to brainstorm. But I always, like, all my mornings are dedicated to office work. So like I'll sit down and I'm like, okay, these next 30 minutes, I'm just going to make as many posts as possible, schedule them. And then I don't have to think about it for the next 4 weeks.
When you say schedule, what do you mean? Like ahead
So
of
you
time?
can schedule
She'll
them.
do 1, 2, 3 posts. Only post the first one, and then the schedule. If she's going to do 2 more that day, it'll drop.
So that's
this
like the
time,
automatic
it'll drop
posting.
this.
Yes, it's
I
automatic
can't
posting.
do that. You know why? My brain will only think I'm just going to rewrite it when the time comes, because when the time comes, a lot has happened between the first post and now.
Well, our businesses are different in that aspect.
No, you know how many I talk to other business owners for paddleboard shops and what they can do, and they're like, we schedule. I think I'm the only one who does it.
Schedule social
I
media.
just don't
you
like
mean.
technology and social media. It's just a bummer these days.
So for
I don't want to get into that, but
Yeah.
if we had to come up with a number of businesses in the United States, whether they're restaurants, whether they're retail, the independent business owner, it's 2023. I'm sure the number was different in 2015, but today, how many businesses in the United States, percentage-wise, do you think do not have a social media presence? Do you have a number? I'm thinking 50-50,
oh, no way.
more or less.
More
More
do
that
not
has.
have?
No, more
do
that
have.
has.
More do
social-
have?
And you'll
People
see older
rely on social media.
You'll see mom and pop shops even come off and go live all the time.
All right, let me ask you a question, because not everybody knows our exact location, but across the street, let's say there's a gentleman that fixes engines or lawnmowers. Let's just go about that. You're going to tell me that he has a presence on social media? I'm going to say no. Then I'm going to go a little further down the street, and I think there's another 2 garages. Now, do they have to have a social media presence? Probably not, but they are businesses.
Yeah.
Do you think it would help them to have those 2 shops down the street, one on the left, one on the right across from each other? You know what I'm talking about? Oh, come on, Noelle.
I do.
You do.
Yeah.
So we got 1, 2, 3 places. I bet dollars to donuts, and none of them have a social media presence. Let's
I
go.
could see this guy having a Facebook page.
A personal
across-
one. I'm sorry.
No,
a
like
personal
one for his business.
Yeah.
I could see him across the street having it.
I'm going to
Where's
argue
my
this
phone?
one.
Where's
You
my
think
phone?
above 50% of all businesses
What,
have a
You know
social
why?
media
does he
presence?
actually fix?
Okay, are you Googling it right now?
Yeah.
Don't cheat. Are you Googling it?
I want
you want to
to.
Google it online?
I
You know
wanna
what it
see
is? It's if you have some sort of thing that someone wants to watch, it doesn't have to be about your business per se anymore. If I fix engines, I'm going live. That's my social media presence. My live is my social media. I don't have to deal with anything else. I'm fixing engines. People want to see that.
Agreed. So now I'm going to agree with you when it comes to somebody like, let's say, somebody across the street, right?
Yeah.
He has a personal page, but he promotes his business through his personal page. I will say above 50% of people do that. Do they have a separate personal page and a separate business account, business page?
I got you.
You know what I'm saying? I don't know. I'm thinking it's under 50%.
I think
Noelle's still Googling.
I think it's
Fact check. Fact check. You
it is 2023.
I don't even think he has a website.
Nico's waving me off. I don't know what that means. Like, doesn't have one?
All right, so you win this one.
All right, but that's the shop across the street.
Yeah.
Shout out to Sonny. Thank you for being the best neighbor of all time. But I mean, I'm going to say above 50% of restaurants have a social media presence, and I'll say 50% of retail.
And you know what? If you are local enough that your business doesn't
need
to survive off of so many people seeing you, because I only have a certain amount of bikes. And if I turn someone down, they're leaving.
Well, take your sales for the year, right?
Yeah.
And then take 1% of those sales. Would you pay somebody to handle all that bullshit for you for 1% of your sales?
Of course.
You would? Okay.
Yeah.
All right. So
now then I'm not posting at all. Yeah, of course.
I know I had all my scheduled posts and then it was like, Yanni followed you. And then I looked on my page and I was like, oh my God, it's been 3 weeks since I posted because my scheduled posts ended.
And that's what I want to talk about with our audio listeners and our viewers. You know, it's hard to be consistent, whether, you know, and we're on Restaurant Punk, so we'll talk about restaurants. You know, consistency builds credibility. We say it all the time. And that's why I brought up social media, because I know it's easier to have somebody do it for us. And there came a point where we're in a restaurant group and we all sit at the table and everybody's kind of independent and everybody has their own ideas. And we had somebody doing our social media. And there was a complaint here and then a complaint there and then a complaint here and then a complaint there. And I'm like, you know what? Enough. It's over.
I'll complain.
Everybody complain about
like lack of posting.
Lack of posting. And now Noelle's sitting here and saying it's been 3 weeks since we posted. And 1 or 2 people came back and said, can we just get back on this train?
I was going to say this. I was going to say, is it loyalty because they like you or just they want to see the next post?
Well, everybody that's listening or watching is listening to 3 business owners, one saying, I can't do it. You saying you posted once before the summer and at the end of the summer. And Noelle, who's, what's that thing you said? Doing it in the morning and setting it up. You just said, I haven't posted in 3 weeks. So that's why the social media thing came into my head. And I'm like, all right, I'm going to sit down with you guys. I'm like, yeah, I got a topic. That is my topic.
Yeah.
And there's always so much going on in life, brother.
There is.
There's also like where my brain wraps around it. Because like when I look at social media, I want it to be clean, right? Like I want it to be not like too uniform, but I want it to have a certain aesthetic.
Yep.
So it also comes down to the content that you're actually posting. Like we've only done 1, maybe 2 photo shoots over at Petunia. So I've been trying, like I stay on top of if someone posts that they're at Petunia and they like tag us, I always stay on top of it. I repost it just like to keep our stories alive. So I've reposted so many stories. I just haven't made an actual profile post. But my thing is that when I get to the restaurant, you know me, I am focused on 10,000 things before I'm like, let me stop everything and let me just take a quick picture. So I have this for a social media post. Like that doesn't come into my head until I go and lay down at night and I'm like, I need to post on social media. I forgot to take a picture. Like it's hard to keep the content.
Does that like stress you out?
That's just on the laundry list of shit. But
that's the thing. That's the thing. This year, and my wife will say the same thing. I've become like, I don't want to stress out about something that I was so passionate about starting.
Well put, brother. Well put.
You know what I mean?
Uh-huh.
Still doing the work, still staying there late at night, but not the little thing like, oh, you're not open until 4. You're not open until exactly 4. No, I left at 3:30. I need to go pick up the boys.
That's right.
Done. Same with posting. It's the same thing. So zero, I'm like zero stress. Only some things. Only the boys. They're bananas.
That's right. God
your boys are bananas.
They are. But that's the thing. When I started every company that I started, I was on there post. Really dope, like intricate design on the post and this and that. And not that I care any less because I care 1,000,000 times more. It's just not a priority anymore.
No, it's
because people won't look. They're like, oh, we were here last year. We're going to use you again.
And
It's
Go ahead.
Sorry, I think that's like a frustrating part on my end too, because like I know how important social media is because people like to window shop, especially like if they're visiting. They're like, oh, what locations are available? Oh,
it's
look at this
for you
restaurant.
guys, though.
Let me look up the restaurant and everything. But it's like I could post something, and no matter how many times I post, like that post isn't going to get like 5. I have like 500 something followers. 4 people are going to like that. 4 people pay attention, especially because the way the algorithms are set up. So then it turns into, well, boost your post. Well, pay for this to boost your post and to do that.
It is good that way, though.
Even then, half the time it's people who like don't necessarily live in this area or even going to come by. They're like, oh, this is just a cool picture. Like, you know,
it says, so it's, oh, you're still there in my head now.
Yeah.
So now I'm going to come to you instead of.
So it's hard. It's one of those things to where it's like, I am stressing at the end of the night, like, okay, we gotta, especially because we're new. Like if you go to George's posts or their Instagram, like they have years of posts on their Instagram. We're new. We're not even 6 months into it. So trying to create that flow of content to make it look like we're more established is stressful.
You're not though. And that's the thing. People love startups. People love rooting for the underdog who just opened up. Oh, they just opened. Let's go there because no one goes there right now because you're brand new until next year, the year after that. You don't even need an Instagram anymore.
Well, you've watched
Prohibition. They're still there. They're booming.
They don't have time for social media.
Social media.
I'm going to leave on this note with one last question. Okay. Does age matter when it comes to business
Yes.
and social media and how you feel about it? Noel's in her 20s. Louis in his 30s. I'm in my 40s. Does it make a difference? Because
My
she's
age,
talking about Instagram. You're like, I don't want to deal with it. And me,
Couldn't be
if it wasn't
bothered.
for somebody, I'd be completely clueless. So does age play a role into the importance of social media?
It's tough because growing up right now, it does, because we all grew up at a different time. The technology was at its peak.
Agreed?
I'm
Agreed?
older than Google.
You're
Yes.
older than Google. No, you're not.
Mm-hmm.
Is that a fun fact or?
No, I actually, someone just said like,
Are you
I saw a post the other day, like if you were born like at this time, you're older than Google.
Yeah,
And I was like,
Alta
damn,
Vista.
I remember like,
Remember Alta Vista? No. you
No, holy shit! What
That
the
was
f- is
before
going on right now?
Google.
Well, Alta Vista was before Google. You're older than
see,
Google.
I was Ask Jeeves.
don't. Oh, yeah, that's
I think. Who said this? Somebody said this. I just heard it 2 days ago. The most powerful person in 1980 in the world. Every person who has a cell phone today has more information than the most powerful person in the world did in 1980. Does that make any sense?
Yeah.
It's sad, isn't it?
It's sad, but it's true.
I know.
Restaurant punk.
Follow us
Can
on
I curse?
Instagram.
You've been.
Huh? Have I
think
been
you've
cursing?
been.
Have I been cursing this whole time? Fact check.
Yeah.
Have I cursed this whole time? Sorry,
every time
sometimes I go through the shit and I just forget.
Every time you say, I'm like, you did it again.
Louis Ginsburg. Yanni.
Noel.
I was going to do my whole thing. No, it's too late. All right. Good. We're out. Restaurant Punk. Louis, love you. Thank you.
Restaurant Punk.
All right. Out.
Oh, that's fun.
That's what the
I
fuck
like
I'm
that.
talking about. Like the fucking energy.
Do you remember when obviously cell phones came out or like everybody had a cell phone and
That's what I'm
stuff
talking
and
What you got? What do you want?